Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. Today's show we're going to talk about being loud. Present Master Shimashou. This is the 7th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de okane o muda ni suru wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you to become a better speaker, to be 1, clear, 2, confident, 3, persuasive, and 4, highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 342, and today we're talking about speak louder when presenting. There were 3 experts on the panel for this luncheon event. 1 man, 2 women. They were using microphones, but that didn't help in one case. A very well-presented, professional woman was adding her insights and point of view on the topic, but I couldn't catch what she was saying. My table was situated right in front of her, but to no avail. The man had a strong voice, as did the other woman, expert, and I had no problem gathering in their contributions. This other panellist, however, was beyond my ken. I was wondering about why this was the case. There are a couple of problems, and one was the microphone technique she was using. Most of us don't use a microphone very often, so we are not always au fait with the tech. Definitely, her technique wasn't working. Waving the microphone around while speaking defeats the purpose and the audio engineering. If she had held it in a little higher in the one spot and spoken across the mesh of the microphone, then we probably would have had a better chance of hearing what she was saying. Here is a hint. Don't wave the microphone around, folks. The other issue is she had a rather soft voice to start with. Many people have this attribute, which can be quite charming in a one-on-one situation, but rarely works all that well in a formal speaking situation. It's often the case with women speakers also, I've noticed, but men too can be speaking up, but their voices are not carrying. I see it as a mindset shift which hasn't taken place for the speaker in order to be effective as a presenter. We were sitting with someone, one-on-one. We don't need to project our voice. They can hear us just fine. Having said that, I've noticed many Americans can be quite loud in the same situation, so the entire conversation is audible if you're sitting close by. Being an Aussie, I guess that is a cultural aspect, and probably Americans are not the only ones who do this, but I have noticed this aspect of their behaviour. I would see that as a plus, though, because it means they are better equipped to go from a one-on-one situation to speaking to a crowd and adjusting their voice accordingly. If we are not using microphones and we are softly spoken, then we need to make some adjustments when we are presenting. Using the equipment as it is designed is a must. Speaking more loudly is also called for, but this is very difficult for softly spoken people. To them, it sounds like they are screaming. I noticed this in our presentations training. I'm asking some participants in the class to raise their volume, and they adjust it only microscopically. They cannot imagine speaking more loudly, and so they restrain themselves. In these cases, I turn to the rest of the class and I ask them if they think the speaker is screaming or speaking too loudly. They, of course, say no, and I need to keep encouraging the presenter to go bigger with their voice range. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. Our show today is being brought to you by on the 9th of June. We have our Winning with Relationship Selling program. This is the course you need if you're in sales or if you're leading a sales team who perhaps could be performing a little bit better than what they are. This goes through everything they need to know. If the relationship is not working with the buyer, it's going to be very hard to make the sale. So the focus of this program is winning with relationship selling. So this is going to be the key to sales success. Also on the 9th of June, our flagship program, the Dale Carnegie course. This is the sort of omnibus program because it's got leadership aspects, communication aspects, people skill aspects, also stress reduction aspects, and generally speaking, it helps with mindset shift in terms of change, getting change, stepping out of our comfort zone. Very unique program, very effective. On the 11th of June, we'll be doing our additional Dale Carnegie course. So the 9th and the 11th, we'll have 2 Dale Carnegie courses running. On the 15th of June, we'll be doing our High Impact Presentations program. Love this course. As an instructor, this is where in the main modules run over 2 days, you get unbelievable growth, unbelievable improvement. Miraculous. 2 instructors, everything videoed, wall-to-wall, one-on-one coaching. Fabulous program. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you on Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small and medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro TV Show. Get my best-selling books on business in Japan, the Bible on selling, Japan Sales Mastery, Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is トレーニングでお金を無駄にするのはやめましょう。 and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Why do they need to speak more loudly? Being a presenter is different to chatting with your mate or girlfriend over coffee. You're there to be taken seriously. Your personal and professional brands are on display. We will make a judgment, not only about you, but we will extend it to your whole organization. If you're a dud, we think everyone down at your shop is a dud. If you're brilliant, we think the entire crew are brilliant. By bringing enough volume to the presentation, you lift your credibility because it comes across as more confident and considered. Obviously, you also increase the odds of the audience actually hearing what you're saying as well. We video the participants' presentation, and we have a separate coach in the review room to analyze it and then coach them. When we play the video back, they can hear the first coach in the main room asking them to increase the volume. We ask them in the review room, did that sound too loud or too crazy? They always answer no. And they realize they can get out of their comfort zone and improve their presentations because of making a few minor changes in volume delivered to the audience. It is always a good practice to get to the venue early and practice with the microphone to work out the right distance and elevation from your mouth in order to make sure you are going to be heard and appreciated. Getting it right doesn't take long. It will make a big difference in how you come across. When you are too loud, the equipment tells you straight away with the static you produce, but being too soft has no warning sign. We buy confidence, and presenters who speak with a firm voice come across as confident. If you don't have a strong voice, at least try to speak louder than normal, and if possible, always request a microphone to allow the tech to help you be understood by your audience. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.